Hey guys, and welcome back to the JTO channel. And this is your match review of Chelsea 1, Arsenal 1. Overall, I'm disappointed. Um, at the same time, I'm not surprised though. Now, before we do get started, I did make a preview for this game yesterday, but the video got effed up, and I didn't have time to make it again. So unfortunately, it couldn't go out. But my prediction for this game was a 1-1 draw. And in the preview yesterday that I made that I wanted to release, but obviously couldn't, um, I said that both teams needed to win this game, and really, a draw will do no one good. But the reason why I went for a draw is exactly because of how that game went today. It was a bit cagey at times, and I just thought both attacks won't be on it as much today. Because at the end of the day, I believe we've got individually some good defenders, and as a unit, Arsenal are good defensively. So on that basis, I thought maybe both teams would, to an extent, cancel each other out. But yeah, overall, I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised. We move. We're third in the table, heading into the international break on 19 points. There's like 5 other teams on 19 points, I'm pretty sure. We're third on 19 points. Arsenal fourth on 19 points. Nottingham Forest are fifth on 19 points. Brighton won, so I'm pretty sure they're on 19 points as well. No, they're probably on 18, sorry. Um, so yeah, Spurs lost earlier today to Ipswich, which is hilarious. But if you're new, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Welcome to the channel. This is the J2O channel, trying to get to 150 subscribers. So yeah, let's just get into it. Obviously, goals courtesy of Martinelli and Pedro Neto with a banger from outside the box. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. Starting off with the lineup. And once again, I must say, as you can see on screen right now, I was disappointed with the lineup a little bit. Maresca's been really good for us this season, but I think his persistence with playing certain players in this team, I think is starting to backfire on him now. There's 3 players in particular: Robert Sanchez, Malo Gusto, Noni Madueke. Those 3 played. We obviously had Fofana at the back, Levi Cole, Cucurella, Gusto, Sanchez in goal, Caicedo, Lavia, Palmer in the 10, Neto on the right, Neto on the left, Madueke on the right, Jackson up front. I wasn't happy with that lineup for a number of different reasons, and this is why I'm annoyed that the preview didn't come out yesterday. Because the lineup I wanted was actually a little bit different. For example, I wanted a midfield 3 of Enzo, Caicedo, Lavia with Palmer on the right hand side. The reason for that is because I just think Palmer in the 10, in these big games, Palmer in the 10, the game just gets away from him. And I believe he doesn't get enough touches in general. And to be fair, today, he did get enough touches today. But today, he was just crap. It wasn't like the Liverpool-Man United game where he ghosted. In this game, he had enough touches for me to have an impact on the game. And he just didn't. Once again, he was kind of poor. But in general, there were times where the game did get away from him. And I'm just thinking to myself, in these big games, I just believe Maresca should play Palmer on the right-hand side. Just for tactical reasons. Get him on the ball a lot more. Have like a direct winger out wide and have him with Nicholas Jackson. Have Caicedo and Enzo as your 8 so we can just have control of the midfield. I've said it before and I'll say it again. In these big games against tough opposition like Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester City, Man United, when they're on it, the midfield battle for me is so important, and I think you have to overload them with numbers. If you win the midfield battle, I always think you're going to likely win the game. So I wasn't happy with the lineup because of the formation we had. We played a 4-2-3-1. Wasn't happy with the fact Noni's playing because he's not been in good form, and today wasn't good enough overall. He just wasn't. Malo Gusto today at fault, one of the guys at fault for the goal that we conceded, and him going forward today, not good enough once again. And Robert Sanchez, the problem with Robert Sanchez is this guy could be having a good game, yeah, or a decent game. And to be fair, today he was actually calm today. He actually made some big saves. Robert Sanchez actually made some really big saves today. One from Martinelli, the other one was from was it Odegaard or was it Havertz? There was another big save he made in the second half, like a massive save, and Trossard blasted it over the bar. I don't know how Arsenal didn't score. But for all that work, on the ball, he's still poor. The goal we conceded, you're near post. It's like Sanchez can be having a good game, having good moments, but he will still just have a clanger. He'll still have his moments of concentration or lack of it. So, yeah. Anyway, when it comes to the first half in general, Arsenal played their strongest team. Odegaard was back. Declan Rice was a doubt, but he played, obviously. Partey was in the team. They had their best front three in the line. Saka, Havertz, and Martinelli. Their back four, their best back four, Timber, Gabriel, Saliba, White, Raya in goal. And Arsenal today I thought Arsenal were okay today. I thought at times they moved the ball well. I just think going forward as an attacking unit, they were absolutely shocking because I believe defensively overall today, I think we were solid. Yes, we left some gaps in the midfield at times. Maybe at times we did leave space, but overall, I think, Arsenal were okay today, but going forward, they weren't good enough. And I thought their best chance of scoring a goal was a set piece. And you look at the first goal they scored that was offside, it was from a set piece. It was pretty smart from Declan Rice. Havertz was offside. I was about to crash out. Thank God he was offside, man. Thank the Lord he was offside, Havertz, because potentially him scoring today, that would have sent me to the moon. I would have been sent to the moon today. I would have left this planet. I would have gone to the moon tonight if that man had scored. That little rat, that donkey twat, yeah? I can't stand him, bro. The guy, honestly, nasty fella, man. Chelsea fans were good to this guy for his first 2 years. They tried to be patient with him, made a song for him, and then he just left for Arsenal. And he wonders why we don't like him. People who run this narrative that we abused Kai Havertz constantly whilst he was here at Chelsea. No, we didn't. If anything, during that era when he was here and we had him, Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, Timo Werner, Mason Mount, Lukaku, Ziyech, all these guys, he was probably the most protected player within that group of players. The most protected by far. And in his third season, we expected more from him because we had been nice to him in his first two. He didn't perform, and then he just leaves for Arsenal. He's a rat. F that guy, bro. Honestly, I can't stand him. Anyway. So yeah, over the first half from both teams, I kind of thought, no one's really doing anything. We had some moments, like Gusto should have scored. Pedro Neto today, by the way. What a player. He needs to be starting permanently on the right-hand side. When Jadon Sancho is fit and ready to go, and I assume he will be after the international break, Neto and Jadon Sancho is our wing pairing going forward from Leicester onwards. Noni Madueke shouldn't be in this team. And today, once again, showed it. Gets to the final third, lack of quality. Decision making awful. The crossing was awful. The shooting was awful. Decision making was awful. Weight of pass awful. Was Pedro Neto today, whether it was on the right hand side or the left hand side, he's taking on his man. He's putting in lovely crosses. You see that cross he put in for Gusto? Brilliant. Once again, Gusto. Poor going forward. Once again, I think I already mentioned it, but it is what it is. I don't want to keep on repeating myself with him. But overall, the first half was a little bit cagey, 0-0. We had a chance. They had an offside goal. They had the Martinelli chance as well. Overall, you could say it was a fair result, 0-0. Both teams have kind of cancelled each other out. The midfield battle is interesting. Caicedo's doing his thing. I think Thomas Partey was playing pretty well. Lavia was a bit quiet, and I thought Declan Rice was a bit quiet as well. I thought he was crap today, Declan Rice. Odegaard was trying to pull the strings. I thought Odegaard was good in the second half, but first half a little bit quiet in my opinion. Palmer throughout the whole game, not good enough for me. So it is what it is. The second half starts, and I liked the fact that at least at the start of the second half, we were at least dominant on the ball. We were actually on the front foot, because one thing I didn't like about the first half was Arsenal were the ones dominating possession a lot of the time. They had a lot of the ball. We didn't have enough of the ball for my liking. We need to do better in big games. And the fact that we didn't have enough on the ball in the first half, I'm starting to sense that that's a little bit of a trend going on. It happened at times against Man United. It happened. It didn't happen in the City game as much. But I'm just starting to feel like in these big games, this is why I think the midfield battle is so important, because the midfield overloading it allows you to control the game. And the fact that they overloaded it with Odegaard, Declan Rice and Thomas Partey, it allowed them to control the game, whilst we've only got Lavia and Caicedo, and Palmer's in the 10, drifted off to the left-hand side because Gusto's operating as a right-sided number 8, kind of attacking fullback, inverting, playing 3-4 different roles today. Surprised Reece James didn't start. I'll say it, it's time to unleash Reece James. After the international break, Reece James, Leicester City away, Maresca needs to play him and unleash him. because I think it's disgraceful that Reece James didn't play today. He didn't start. And I thought either he's very obsessed with Malo Gusto or Reece James isn't fit. And to me, I think Reece James is fit. So I think him not playing today was kind of disgraceful. That's why I'm not happy with the lineup for many, many reasons on a personnel front and on a tactical front. So it is what it is. Going to the second half, we control the game, but we're not really creating any chances from it. Arsenal, every time they get on the ball, they feel like a threat going forward. Odegaard's starting to play a lot better. Saka in Cucurella's pocket today. Let me just quickly mention Cucurella today. Brilliant today. My left back. Today, Maresca. You saw that. Vlasic from Cucurella today. You don't drop this man. Why he's been dropping him for Man United, for the Newcastle game, all these games he's dropped him. Liverpool, well, not Liverpool away, because to be fair, he was suspended. Cucurella today. What a player, man. Put Saka in his pocket. Saka was nowhere to be seen today. Martinelli was more of the danger man today. Martinelli was Arsenal's best attacker. And Martinelli's probably been Arsenal's worst attacker in recent times, probably. I don't know, maybe Jesus is up there or something like that. Yeah? But Saka today in Cucurella's pocket, mate. Cucurella tenacious, aggressive, didn't let Saka breathe. Interceptions, tackles, making the right decision. What a player, bruv. But anyway, they get the first goal. And it was just poor. It was just poor. First of all, Levi Cole keeps everyone on side. And Levi Cole today, poor. His passing was poor. His defending was poor. His positioning was overall poor. Just a poor game from Levi Cole today. Normally when it comes to this defense, everyone loves to get onto Wesley Fofana for some odd reason. And I get it. He's made mistakes. He's not been himself. But the guy's not played football for 12 months. Probably longer. This is the first time he's playing football consistently. So that's why I've been a little more conservative and patient with Fofana. And you see Fofana today. Fofana was quality today. So I hope people online and on YouTube give Fofana his flowers today, because he was top quality today. His positioning was right. He was good on in transition. When Arsenal were a threat on transition, he was good on the ball. He made the right decision. He was top quality today, Wesley Fofana. So well done to Wes. Brilliant today. And so was Cucurella. Colwell, poor today. You leave Martinelli on side when everyone's playing a line, brother. And then Gusto, where are you? Nowhere to be seen for Martinelli. Shocking. And then Robert Sanchez, near post, mate. There's no way Martinelli should be scoring that. So, yeah, it's poor, but it is what it is. And I'm rattled at this point. Because I hate Arsenal so much, guys. I wanted to win this game so badly because I hate Arsenal. I can't stand them. I cannot stand them. I don't... I said this in my preview yesterday. Oh, I'm just so annoyed this preview didn't come out, because a lot of the things I said in this preview, if you guys had watched that, then, like, you would have come in today thinking, oh, I was right. Like, he made sense of a lot of the things he said. But, like, oh, what was I going to say? I've kind of lost in my words now. Bloody hell, mate. But, like, it's just poor. Like, I just hate Arsenal so much because, like, everything about that football club, their players, their manager, their fans, like, I despise them so much. So us not winning today frustrates me, but I'm not going to be angry. I would have been angry if we lost. I would have been very angry if we lost. Overall, I'm pissed off with the last 3 results. But individually, this result in itself, isolation, I'm not going to be too annoyed. Because Arsenal played their strongest team, to be fair. And one thing I did say in yesterday's preview that I thought was a guarantee, that I got wrong on, was I thought they were going to score from a set piece. I thought that was almost guaranteed. But today, set pieces wise, they weren't a threat like that. So it is what it is. So, yeah, they get their goal. They're 1-0 up, and I'm panicking because at this point, if there's one thing that's very good about Arsenal, is defensively, they're really good. They have a good structure going. They've got Declan Rice, Thomas Partey in front of flipping their back four and their goalkeeper, who's been insane this season. So I'm thinking we have literally nearly no chance. But once again, Pedro Neto, what a performance, and he deserved that goal. They're giving him time and space. He takes a shot, bottom corner. What a finish. What a player. Like I said earlier, he starts from now on. He starts from now on. And you know what, yeah? Him scoring that goal brings me to my point that I made a long time ago. I'm not sure which video it was, but I said this ages ago. Look, whether we win these games, lose these games, draw these games, whatever, yeah? Not many teams are going to keep a clean sheet against us, guys. Because this attack is really good. Like, they're really, really good players. And no matter how bad they're playing, at the end of the day, they're all capable of bringing out a moment of magic, a moment of quality. Even if it's not enough throughout the whole 90-minute period, even if they play poorly, Neto's capable of doing something. Jackson, Nkunku, Palmer, Madueke, Sancho, you know, João Felix. Like, these guys are capable of doing just one moment of madness. So not many teams are going to keep a clean sheet against us this season. We played, at least 15 games this season, and only 2 teams have kept a clean sheet against us. That was Manchester City in the first game of the season, yeah, and the second game, and the only other team to kept a clean sheet was Newcastle, and that was our B team. So look, we're a good team going forward. It's just defensively we need to do better. So yeah, it is what it is. 1-1. It's probably a fair result. Maybe Arsenal thought they could have won it in the end. They probably should have won it in the end. Trossard robbed it for Havertz, and if Trossard had left that ball at the last minute, guys, and Havertz had tapped that in, oh my days, I'd be coming here I'd be mashing up this whole house right now. I'm telling you. So thank God that didn't happen. Players that played well today, big up to Marc Cucurella, top player, brilliant. Wesley Fofana was fantastic today. Caicedo was fantastic today. Neto was fantastic today. Jackson was 50-50, had some good moments, had some bad moments. Palmer overall for me was poor. Madueke was poor. Gusto was poor. Cole was poor. Sanchez was alright today. I thought he was decent. Lavia, I thought was okay today, to be fair. He dropped in like a steady Eddie 6-7 out of 10 performance today. The substitutes, I thought Enzo Fernandez when he came on was really good. I thought he was actually really good when he came on, Enzo Fernandez. It's just for some reason when Enzo Fernandez comes on, it feels like we're more, which is a negative, by the way. Like, one negative I will say is when Enzo comes on, it feels like we're more open as a team. The midfield feels a little bit more open. It doesn't feel as solidified. So we need to do something about that. But Enzo individually was good when he came on anyway. So it is what it is. Maresca, got to do better though. You have to do better. The lineup wasn't good enough for me. Certain players shouldn't play. Tactically, I think you got it wrong as well with the setup. As well. And you need to stop persisting with certain players like Madueke, Gusto, and Robert Sanchez. It's time to play Reece James, Cucurella as your fullback, and it's time to have Neto and Sancho as your wingers now. I know you like direct wingers. Neto's a direct winger. So start playing him on the right-hand side from now on, please. But yeah, that's been your video, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn those post notifications. And yeah, it's a 1-1 draw. We're going to have to take it. And yeah, I'll see you guys whenever I see you guys. It's the international break now. We've got Leicester next. So yeah, I'll see you guys whenever I see you lot. Peace.